Hi, let's see how we can get started on the surprise attack. On the landing page, go ahead and click the button to load the game. To start with, I will go ahead and click Next here to get that out of the way. And then I'm just going to look around by hovering over various icons on the map that will reveal which units are in which stacks. To move a stack, you simply click on it and drag it, and then drop it to where you want it to go. So in this case, I'm going to start out by moving these stacks of infantry units in a position where they can attack a Soviet unit. To do that, all you do is double click on the enemy unit and then click Order the Attack. I'll do a few more here so you get the idea. Here you'll see that I merge two Axis stacks together. And then as I drag it across here, I'm going to overrun an air unit. And then adjust his position a little bit more so that I can attack a Soviet armored corps. I don't want to get too hung up on the mechanics of the game here, so I'll speed this up at this point so you can get a better idea of what I'm trying to do. If you watch carefully, you'll see that I'm basically executing a bunch of pincer-style attacks to try to isolate the units in the Bialystok pocket and destroy them. And that is my plan for the surprise attack. Here you'll see I'm in the process of completely surrounding this lone Soviet stack. In this attack, you'll see I've decided to try to find some air support. In this case, I'm looking for a recon unit so that my armor has some direction. This should add an advantage in that attack. When I'm done, I'm just going to click through all of these, and then when I get to the end, I will advance to the combat phase by clicking on the flashing green Advance Turn button. Now we have to resolve all the attacks that we ordered. So let's walk through this one. Double click on the flashing enemy stack, and then click Resolve. And you'll see the video come up. You can turn that off. Now you can see up at the top it tells you that the Axis has won this battle. And if we scroll down here, you can see all the detail that the readout provides you. I won't go through everything, but suffice it to say that when you get down to the bottom there, it shows you the individual unit losses. And right here it shows you your performance in the form of a die roll, both for the Axis and Soviet sides. I'll speed this up again as we go through each attack. Here's the one where the Soviet stack was completely surrounded, and you'll see that it is completely destroyed. When I'm done resolving all my attacks, I'll go ahead and advance to the next turn phase, which is the exploitation phase. In this phase, armored units can move again to exploit holes in the enemy lines, and you'll see if you watch me, as you watch me here, that I'm basically completing my pincer movements and otherwise trying to isolate Soviet forces around Bialystok. Watch how the territory changes to a gray color as I as I clear it. That's important because enemy units can't trace supply through territory that I've cleared, and so that gives them a disadvantage when it becomes their turn. Also note that I'm not particularly concerned about leaving my units exposed to counterattack because in the first strike turn, I know that the Soviets aren't going to be able to take their turn until I've already taken another turn. So that's one of the big advantages of doing the surprise attack, is that you actually, as the Axis player, you get to take 2 turns in a row before the Soviets can respond. When I'm done moving in the exploitation phase, I can go ahead and just advance to the next phase, and that'll bring up a map which shows me all of the gains that I've made in my surprise attack. You can see I've got a pretty good jump on advancing toward Minsk. To start the main campaign, go ahead and click on the green button, and that'll bring you to the sign up page where you can create an account and port all your gains over to the main campaign. Well, hope you enjoyed that, hope it was helpful, and best of luck.